Our communities, our towns and cities are becoming ever more diverse. We think nothing of our football teams being made up of players from around the world. Football fans are football fans. It's a term that doesn't specify gender, race or religion. Diversity isn't just a buzzword or a soundbite. It's a real means of bringing communities together, of filling our stadiums and in understanding one another. This is a film about football fans. Fans who came together as strangers and left as friends. Different and yet just the same.
So today, the Bangla Bantams are welcoming the Lady Imps to Bradford for the first time. It's a non-match day, but we're bringing together two different, very different supporter groups to spend the day together.
So I'm Maria Horner, I'm the chair of the Lady Imps Supporters Association, and I also work for the Football Supporters Federation as a campaigns officer for the Fans for Diversity campaign.
Hi, my name's Humayun, so I'm part of the Bangla Bantams. We've got all the ladies all eagerly waiting for yourselves, so they're really excited. And we really appreciate you've all made this journey to come this morning, so we'll go straight in. No, you'll be fine. I'm going to fine.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Because whenever she watches a match, they win. Let's take her back to Lincoln.
So this is what Fans for Diversity is about. It's about two groups that normally would never ever come together. So you've got the Bangla Bantams and you've got the Lady Imps coming together, doing a cook and eat session, making the best pakoras here. And we've got the Lady Imps group making these fabulous pakoras in, and I'll say they're better than the Bangla Bantams group. So it's been amazing. As you can see behind me, they're all there. Normally would not ever come together, but they're there chatting, sharing, you know, the similarities and discovering those similarities. So it's amazing that they've all come together, and it's fantastic what the Fans for Diversity initiative has done.
It's amazing to see the Lady Imps cooking pakoras, traditional Asian cuisine. They love the taste of it, they try to eat it a lot, and now the Bangla Bantams are teaching them how to do it. So when they go back to Lincoln, it's something they can maybe incorporate into their own match day.
I watch in football in TV, every time in TV. When first time I'm going to see the stadium, I'm really very excited, and I feel very young.
The historic ties between Lincoln and Bradford are really very important. They're very real for the Lincoln City fans as part of the history of the club, in so much as, you know, there's a stand at Lincoln City called the Stacey West stand, which is in memory of the two Lincoln City fans that died at the fire. And seeing some of the Lady Imps who, you know, those memories are very real, and for them to see the stand here and to see what the parts that haven't changed, and to see the memorial here, it was really powerful, because again, it just kind of strengthens those ties.
In 1985, I can remember sitting watching the television and seeing what happened. I was expecting my daughter at the time, and coming now and seeing and feeling, tangibly feeling near that memorial was very unexpected, and I think that will live with me for a long time.
One of the most powerful things today about the stadium tour was that we had Lincoln fans and Bradford fans come together at the memorial, and they had a connection. There was something they had in common. We're talking about two very, very different community groups, fan groups and people, but through football, through a historical experience, they've actually got a massive thing in common. And it was quite emotional to see both sets of fans looking back to that historic night in Bradford.
Wonderful, wonderful. And the atmosphere, amazing. Yes, I did have a tear at the memorial. Yes, I had a tear at the film. But I remember where I was that day when it happened. I was sat at my mother-in-law's watching it. So yeah, the whole day has been fantastic.
If something's going wrong, you know, if somebody needs help, I mean, it's all good fun on the pitch being against each other, but when push comes to shove and you need people, I think football brings everybody together.
Today's been amazing. It's been phenomenal to actually bring two fan groups together from different parts of the country that are unique in themselves, to just share conversation, share stories, share history, learn to cook, and just have conversations. It's so underrated. You know, if we want people to integrate and get on, it's about talking, it's about getting to know each other. And there's not many opportunities for people that are different and people that maybe live in different parts of the country to actually do that. So I'm delighted that Fans for Diversity have actually played a role in bringing together two amazing groups, and we've just had a great day. We've got to know each other, we've learned so much about each other, and just amazing to be part of that.
It's been great to see how ladies that have never mixed with the Bangladeshi or Muslim community before have really bought into that. I've seen ladies hugging and laughing and engaging and just building friendships, and that's been amazing to see. And it's in such a short space of time as well. You know, they've only seen each other for a few hours, but food and football has been amazing, and we can't wait to have them visit back to Lincoln.
There are strong connections between Lincolnshire's aviation heritage and Lincoln City FC. The supporters singing section is named after the famous 617 Dambuster Squadron, and the city is home to the International Bomber Command Memorial. With the homes of the Red Arrows and Battle of Britain Memorial Flight on the doorstep, the visit to Lincolnshire combined football and aviation.
Well, it's fantastic. I'm the sport liaison here at Sincil Bank, so part of my job is exactly that, is to make sure that all types of creed and colour and people can come to Sincil Bank and watch football. So when you see something like today's events where the Lady Imps and the Bangor Bantams are touring around Lincolnshire, not only the club but the Battle of Britain and the Red Arrows as well, it's fantastic to see two groups of fans doing something like this for their own communities. And for me, it's the future. There's lots of different types of football fans these days. It used to be very much, when I first started coming back in the early 70s, it was a very male orientated game, whereas now we're very proud here of the Lady Imps, Lisa. We're very proud that we have a lot of families here. On a match day you can walk around the stadium and you'll see mum, dad and 3 kids all with red and white shirts on, which is fantastic for us. So for me, it's just part of that jigsaw, but it's a very, very important part of the jigsaw that we must build on.
I have a glamorous assistant to my left. Yes. Here she comes.
Is it facing the right way?
It's quite big. It is, actually.
You need to go out into your local community. I'm sure, say for instance in Bradford, it's a different community than it is in Lincoln, for instance. So it's about knowing your community. It's about working with different people. You need to understand that it's not always easy for minority groups to come to a football ground, because it is traditionally a white man's sort of working man's game. And these days, it's a different world we live in.
Showing the world that through football, a lot can be achieved in terms of promoting diversity and inclusion.
When I go to Bradford Stadium, I see the Bradford City's player is playing. I feel my son is playing.
It's just lovely that we all have a common theme in being football fans, and it's amazing that as a football fan you can meet all these different people who live their lives completely differently to us in many, many ways, and yet we can come together and talk about our football teams.
Yeah, if I can add on, so it's like what I felt was how we were kind of like welcomed, how warm feeling we got. So it felt like, it didn't seem like we've come into a different community, to a different culture. It seemed like we've walked into something isn't different to what we have back in Bradford.
For me, it has to be the friendship, and I think that we've all come together as one, just one group. So for me, definitely the friendship.
And the friendships and the links that have been formed, I don't think they're going to stop now, are they? No, it's not going to be the end of it, I don't think. It better not be anyway.
For me anyway, it's an experience because I've come as a guest into the community centre, so I couldn't imagine. So it's been a real experience, a wonderful experience, great experience. I've met I've made families as well, friends. They like families, aren't they? So like I said, yeah, I've got best friends. She's not here, but Louise is here, So like I said, whenever they're in Bradford, I invited them to my house. I'll cook for you.